Hi everyone. I know I'm late getting the energies for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine out this week. I've been really busy, and I was also kind of nursing being sick. My son likes to bring home germs from his daycare, so that's fun, right? But I'm feeling better, catching up on reading. So if you're waiting for a personal reading from me, it is coming. It might be a day late. If you email me and you don't receive an email back right away, I am not ignoring you. I promise your reading is coming. So let's go ahead. This week is going to be interesting planet-wise. Venus will be conjuncting with Neptune on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, for the United States. And it's going to be kind of a mixed bag this week because the interesting Venus and Mars square on Sunday, and the moon and the sun, the Cancer moon and the Pisces sun on Sunday, and just different, Mercury is really close to Neptune right now, so communications could be really off. I want to tell you not to make really big decisions this week. Kind of take a rest, and if you're feeling really uneasy, it's normal to feel like that right now. It's almost like something big is supposed to be happening soon. You might feel like there's kind of this empty spot. This is kind of how I've been feeling. There's like this emptiness in you. Something is missing. Something needs to happen. We're going to find out what that is soon. I'm kind of in the same boat with you guys. I'm searching for that missing piece as well. And I think that it really is kind of across the board, divine masculine and divine feminine. We're all kind of feeling this way right now, where there's just a little piece of us, and it could be that if we are not in union, that could be the piece that's missing. That could be the thing that's missing. That could be that really big thing this week that happens is, there will be opportunities for unions to happen in the coming weeks. While the energies, the big energies kind of pass us, and things start to settle a little bit before some more big energies start to happen. So let's look and see how the Divine Masculine are doing February 19th to the 25th. Last week was kind of, they were really like coming into their power or needing to stand up for themselves in certain ways. And I kind of feel like they're opening themselves up a little bit more and not feeling so closed off. New vitality. New vitality is like the Ace of Cups. It's like the Ace of Wands, I think, is actually what this one is. The Ace of Wands in the traditional tarot. I feel like there's more faith within the Divine Masculine collective. And, I've said this before, we all have Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine within us. It just depends on where we are in our journey, what side we are actually like pulling energies from. I go back and forth all the time, whether I'm the runner or the chaser or whatever. I don't even believe in runners and chasers, but, just for the sake of argumentation, argumenting about it, we all have that Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine within us. So the Divine Masculine is kind of coming into this like powerful moment where they're realizing, it's almost like they recognize their worth and they recognize the power that they can have. And it could be that the Divine Feminine has something to do with that. The Divine Feminine collective is coming out as the Queen of Wands. Very passionate, very focused, very straightforward. If you're not in union with your feminine, then it's almost as if you feel her. and you can feel the energetic pull towards her. We do have the Eight of Swords. So there could be, like I said, some moments this week where confusion happens, where communication could be really, really off. But this is like in your thoughts. I'm not sure, if the Divine Masculine is still the unawakened twin. I feel like they're really having this push-pull moment in their life because they want to be able to communicate. They want to be able to, they've been waiting to do this, the Three of Wands. And if you do know who your Divine Masculine is or Divine Feminine is, for sure. It's like, I feel like they know it's okay. So the first thing that's coming in my gut, the thing that I'm feeling is that they've been waiting for this moment. And they've been feeling this new vitality sensation coming, just building up. A couple of months ago, the Divine Masculine came out as a page, feeling like they can't give enough, they don't have enough. And I think that they're still kind of up in their head about that. And they are trying to build on to, how do I make something stable? How do I bring something forth that's worthy? And so if they sit up in their heads and they really think about like where they're going, where their future is headed, I almost want to say, like, feel this new vitality. Two of Cups. Feel this new vitality. Be in the now. Don't worry so much about what the future is going to bring because the universe has it taken care of. There's all sorts of divine timing. Oh, interesting. So we have two Divine Feminines here. Queen of Swords. The Divine Masculine is obviously dealing with somebody who is very focused, very determined, very independent, very womanly, very much someone who has come into her power. Maybe some Divine Masculines are dealing with two different people. Very possible. Two different personalities. The bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. They could be in a karmic relationship with someone. And wanting to get out of it, wanting to break free from this. Wheel of Fortune, Four of Cups, Empress, Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. So I feel like it is time for the masculine to get in touch with their higher self, because there are karmic lessons that are at play this week, for sure. And I feel like if the Divine Masculine really looks within and starts to learn things about themselves, they'll begin to recognize where this lesson ends. Now, it doesn't have to be an air sign and a fire sign that the Divine Masculine is working or is either in a karmic relationship with, is their Divine Feminine, divine partner that they're waiting for. This could just be that very independent, very strong, very focused, very passionate, very straightforward female archetype that is either in their life or who is the Divine Feminine, their divine partner that they're waiting for. But I feel like that the Divine Masculine is kind of getting in touch with his feminine side, the Empress. Coming into that nurturing, they're wanting to charge in and offer this stability, this stable atmosphere, this happy home. But they're feeling really trapped. 9 of Wands. They're feeling really trapped. And really on guard and really kind of in fight mode this week. So I feel like it's time for the masculine to really look within, deep down, talk to their higher self, talk to their spirit guides. If your divine masculine is not awake yet, working telepathically through 5D always helps. Talking to their higher self, meditating with their higher self, connecting telepathically always helps with saying, okay, you really need to, this is a good week for you to rest, to get in touch with who you are, to get mentally balanced. 6 of Swords. Because when we're mentally balanced, that's when our 3D world starts to show a little bit more balance. And unfortunately, we all still have to live in this 3D world, right? So we have to have that balance in our life. And the masculine is very, very defensive right now. 7 of Wands. But they certainly have love on the brain. You guys certainly have love on the brain. And they have money on the brain, and they have breaking free on the brain and wanting to have this newness, for sure. So really good energies. I think that a lot of masculines are starting to wake up. If they're already awake and aware, but just kind of fighting the process, I kind of feel like they're seeing a little bit of hope, you know, seeing a light that they can believe in. But I think that a lot of unawakened masculines may start to wake up in the coming weeks. Just with the energies, the way the universe is working with us right now, I feel like there's going to be like a wave of masculine awakenings. So let's see how the divine feminine is working with this energy. February 19th to the 25th, the divine feminine. Let's see. There's been a lot of work going on. A lot of divine feminines are working on healing parts of their lives. I know personally that I've had a lot of stuff come up from my childhood and teenage years that's like regarding like how sex was portrayed to me as a child, as a teenager, because I was always like every man's object of affection. You know, I was always like the poster girl of, you know, having the perfect body and having the pretty face. And so the men would play on that. 13 years old, I had 40-year-old men hitting on me, which is kind of disgusting. You know, I mean, it can be very traumatic for a little girl that age to have that happen to her. So it was, I think the masculine actually got this a couple weeks ago. Take the lead. So it's been like one of those things where I've really had to recognize that that's not, you know, and I like that is a continuous thing that I have to heal from growing up, from all of that kind of abuse and being treated like that, because I'm still treated like that by a lot of men that are not evolved to think that they can just like say whatever they want about a woman's body, you know. I'm not saying all men, I'm not putting that in a general statement. Not all men are like that. There are a lot of very, very kind, loving men out there who would never do anything like that. But yes, that has been definitely something that has come up. in the last week for me to have to go back and heal again, even though I thought that I healed that. So I feel like within the Divine Feminine Collective, we're all really kind of having to come into our power and know that, you know, we are not to be taken advantage of in that way. And it's almost like we have to teach the Divine Masculine that as well, just the collective in general, that, you know, this is, you know, my body is a sacred vessel. My body is not something for you to look at and comment on. My body is personal, you know. So I feel like a lot of Divine Feminine are taking the lead this week, and it's going to be very shocking for them, and it's going to be kind of like an awakening process for them as well. We have the Ace of Cups. It's going to be very shocking. We have the Tower. We have Temperance. And we have Mr. King of Pentacles, who likes to show up often. I really think that the Divine Masculine needs somebody who is very stable and secure, not necessarily somebody who has money, but somebody that's not going to come in and out of their life. Someone that is going to say, no, I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. You know, no matter what happens, I'm still going to be here. I feel like that is what the Divine Feminine, who one of them just showed up, you know, we're standing our ground. We're being the Queen of Swords. We're saying how we feel. We're saying what we need. And this is that very healing moment that could be very shocking that like comes in this week. But ultimately, when that balance, when that healing, when that temperance happens between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, this Ace of Cups is like that renewal of love and passion and openness. And if you guys are not in contact right now, I feel like this is happening energetically. I feel like there will be a recognition. There will be a kind of an opening there to, I want to say, start a conversation. You know? We have the Star at the bottom of the deck and the Magician. Ooh, and the Hierophant. Wow, lots of major arcana at the bottom of the deck and the Hermit. We'll go through those in a second. We had a lot of major arcana last week too. It was like all major arcana. We have Death here, so we have two Scorpio cards here, and this is both like Jupiter and Scorpio. I do want to say that it's the week of March 5th. Jupiter will go into retrograde. So now is like a really big time. Jupiter's like giving that push right now for those transformations to happen. And that's why I'm saying there might be a lot of awakenings happening, because then we all have to kind of go in and dig deep within. When Jupiter goes retrograde, that's when the inside work really, you know, we all just kind of draw in. And we do have the Six of Cups here. So to me, the Six of Cups, I know it's that soulmate relationship, that very connection that we have with our masculine. But to me, this is also looking back onto your childhood and finding that emotional balance within you. Really recognizing that whatever it was that you have to discover about yourself that needs to be healed is ultimately going to give you this huge satisfaction, this overwhelming love for yourself, right? So with the Star, we get that healing and that balance. And we're going to make shit happen. The Magician. We might even be making this Tower moment happen. We have the Hierophant. So, all of these very controlling aspects of things that we thought that we needed to be controlled by, you know, spiritually, or even just the ideals that we had growing up. If we didn't grow up with religion, or we didn't grow up with spirituality in our life, you know, we were still programmed with ideals of the way that we had to be. So that's what the feminine is dealing with right now. What are those controlling aspects of our life, those ideals that we've had to grow up with? I mean, the ideal that I had to grow up with and that I'm now getting past is that all I am is a pretty face. And that's all I'll ever be. Because nobody ever said, oh, she's smart, she's kind, she's funny. It was always just, everybody would tell my mom, she's pretty. So that's what I always thought I could be, was just pretty. And it's so not true. So this is the ideal that we were programmed with, that we have to. So there's the spiritual aspect of it. And then we kind of have to hit that rock bottom phase. That, you know, we brought this tower in, we have to hit that rock bottom before this Ace of Cups can come in and then fill us back up. And it's almost like that breaking down has to happen. And I know the feminine collective, because believe me, I feel it within myself too. It's like, enough already. How much more of this healing do I have to do? I don't want to. I've said it a couple of times this week. I don't want to anymore. I'm tired of healing. I'm done. I've done the work. Then we have the Lovers and the Eight of Swords. But we have to hit this point. We have to understand what it is that we are making happen in our life and hit this point and go through the transformation, the evolution, the accelerated DNA evolution, energy gets really heavy, and I burp. I think I've said that before, but the Divine Feminine has a really big week again. And I think that we've been accelerated so much. So if you're exhausted right now, it's okay. I want to tell you that it's okay. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. It's been really hard for me to sleep lately. So I've had to drink chamomile tea before I go to sleep. I get jolted awake in the middle of the night often right now. It's like I something within me feels like there's something building. And so if you're having trouble sleeping, sleep when you can. I know it's really hard, like if you don't work from home like I do, you can't take naps, which I'm blessed that I'm able to do that. But make sure you're taking care of yourself. Drinking lots of water. If you have to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. If you're not feeling right, just quite right, go to the doctor. But there's a lot of acceleration happening, therefore there's a lot of healing happening with the Divine Feminine. So rest as much as you can and take really good care of yourself. And I feel like I need to tell some of you to take some vitamins. I'm not sure why, like vitamin D or something, vitamin B12. Somebody's missing vitamins, so take your vitamins, ladies. Ladies or gentlemen who are living the Divine Feminine right now. Lovely week, lovely week. I will see you guys for the week of February 26th to March 4th. I will be out of town next weekend, but I will be doing readings from my friend's house. So if you would like to have a personal reading, check out the InstantGo app. Also, I have all of my readings, personal readings to be ordered on my website, ready to go. If you email me and ask me how to get a personal reading, I will send you directly to my website, and it will delay your reading because I don't always get to the emails right away. So go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. And what else? Oh, thank you for all the donations that have come in. All of the videos, even the Twin Flame Divine Partnership videos, will be free when they come out on YouTube. So the donations are helping me keep up the general videos coming out because, you know, personal readings always come first. So I want to make sure that the general readings do come out as well. The donations really help me to find the time to do that. So all of the donations go directly to the videos that I produce that go on YouTube. And thank you so much for all of your support. Right now, there is that 10% off code, no fear, NOFEAR, all one word. You can take 10% off of any of the services on my website through March. So make sure you take advantage of that. And I will see you guys for next week. Bye.